Okay, I'm back again. Shadowrun Hong Kong, extended edition. I've never played it before. Just doing the options, changing the music in master volume. There's an audio commentary where the creators of the game talk over the game.
Mitch, why don't you start with the name, what you did on the show?
Name next year, remember? Mitch Gittleman, executive producer, co-director, and
Oh, whoops, no.
environment artist.
I'm Kevin Maloney, and I did some level design and did the Matrix revamp.
Hi, I'm Cassidy Aquilino-Berg, and I was an environment artist on Shadowrun Hong Kong.
Hi, I'm Tristan Ishmael, and I was the environment art lead.
I'm Trevor King-Yost, and I was the design lead.
I'm Mike McCain, and I was the co-director with Mitch.
My name's Tyler Carpenter. I was a designer and writer.
Anyway, we're not gonna be running that.
My name is Andrew Mackey.
Stop. We're not gonna be running that. But okay, bonus. Okay, what are we doing? Installed and installed. Import final save from the main campaign. Oh, so bonus is like a... Okay, we'll do this one. 7/19. That's just today. Okay. Anyway, I might do... Let's do normal. I might do hard on a second playthrough using director commentary. We did a guy last time, let's do a woman. But we're gonna play basically the same character because I had so much fun blowing shit up. No, that's like a Decker. Wait, are they the same classes? Physical, Adept, Rigger, Shaman, Decker, Mage. None. That could be fun. Okay, I like you. You're okay. I kind of hate this one. It's like too elf, right? Kind of works. But she looks like she's holding a drone. So like it would work for a Rigger maybe. Mage. It says mage to me. I mean, Decker, but also, like, could be a street samurai. That's badass street samurai right there. I might just be that. No. Definitely no. You look like you're on drugs. Which I guess street samurais typically are. Oh damn, you look like you're about ready to kill some people. Yeah, I'm into this one. We could do bug eyes again though. Or angry with no bug eyes. Oh, we saw that one. Did we see that one last time? I don't know. No Karens. These ones are kind of badass, but she looks like a vampire or something. I don't know. What are these implants? If they're like, oh, they're for jacking into the Matrix. No, you're like a Decker or a Rigger probably. No. Why are there so many of them? I thought, okay, we're back to the beginning now. I forgot which one I wanted. Oh, I know. Well, if it's not her... Yeah, no, it is her. She is... But can I customize her hairstyle? Oh, no. I don't want to. So let's make sure it's the auto. And let's go. Spend my karma. I've got 26 available. What? So body is a 4. I believe I got it to 5 at the start. Quickness. I want it at a 4. I want ranged. combat. Oh, I'm like starting at a higher level. This gives me Overwatch. Okay, I need a better scrolly wheel. Let's switch my mouses. Or no, do you click and drag? How do you... Oh, it's just all contained on this page. Oh. And then I could put some in dodge. 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay, for now that's fine. I do start with one in throwing weapons. I think I'll go and dodge. Spend all my karma. My body's at 5, my quickness is at 4. I'm very killy. I've got an Overwatch. I've got 2 dodge and 50 HP probably, right? So I'm like pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm way more powerful than I started the first game. Let's confirm. We'll also do security. I like security. It only came up, I think, twice. But the only thing that came up as much or more was Shadowrunner, and that was just extra creds, which by the end of the game I didn't spend like 16,000 creds the last time I had a chance to shop. I mean, I could have bought more revives, but I didn't. And let's mix it up. No. Little Pale Moon. Canonically, they will be brother and sister. Shine Moon and Pale Moon. There we go. I don't know if that's actually going to be canonical, because this could be set like decades later, right? I don't know. We were in 2030s, 2040s? I think it was like 2044 maybe in the first game. I could look it up. Oh, what year is Shadowrun Returns? Say 2054, not 44, 54. And then let's ask, well, just ask what year is Hong Kong. I can't type, okay. 2056, so 2 years later. So they could be twins. They don't look anything alike. They're both elves.
You have one new message.
Hi. It's Raymond. I hope I have the right number. Look, I know we haven't spoken in a while, but I need your help. Remember the day I took you and Duncan off the streets? I told you that the past is just a story, that if you can just accept that, your past loses all power over you. Yeah. I was wrong. I'm on my way to Hong Kong now, to finish something I should have faced a long time ago. And I need you with me. I know we're not blood, and we didn't leave things in a good place, but you and Duncan are the only real family I have. Please, if our past means anything to you, meet me in Hong Kong right away. I'll explain more when you get here. I'm begging you. I'm almost out of time.
Hard landing. Raymond Black, the guy... The old man gave you a home once. Okay, that's Raymond Black. So I did realize I have played this before. I recognize the intro. I don't remember. I might not have actually played it. I might have like created a character and watched the intro and stopped. Because I didn't even remember that I'd played this before. But I've definitely seen that intro before. Step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching at the transition. As soon as you're clear, the captain nods once and steers the small craft back into the harbor. The man never said a word, just handed you a worn brown duffel bag. When you stepped on board, filled with gear, some stiff new body armor, and a note. Better safe than sorry, D. Above, smog-thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights of the city in a nauseating swirl. The wind changes direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas, diesel, sea salt, street food, and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. Two figures stand waiting in the dim light of the pier. First is an orc, lean, with in-your-face muscles and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf, one hand resting casually on her hip. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Well, don't you look like shit. Duncan Wu, the closest thing you have to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years. Still as charming as ever. Body 3. Tough it out. So otherwise you puke? Okay. Don't know what you're talking about. Must be the harbor lights messing with you. Must be. Guess you still got some of your old fortitude at least, he laughs. Considering how much synthahol we used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. Anyway, we gotta go find Raymond. Find Raymond? I thought he'd be here. Never showed up. He's still got the same baritone rasp. Had it since he was 12. Wu developed early. When was the last time you saw him? Oh, let's say no sense standing around then. Where's the meeting place? Not far. Just on the other side of the pier here. He jabs a thumb behind him. The woman standing beside him breaks in. We should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad shows up. Copy that, Sarge. They're wearing Lone Star body armor. Looks like Duncan Wu's gone private police. You his girlfriend or something? Oh, hell no. The corner of her mouth looks upward in amusement. I'm his partner. The woman taps her chest with an armored finger. Carter. I figured I could use some backup. Didn't know what raid got himself into, and I wasn't sure you were going to show up. It's a tossed-off remark, but there's an undercurrent of resentment in it. You got something you want to say, little bitch? Nope, he shakes his head. Hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Pale. Seriously, but I'm going to need some time to get used to having you around again. Been a while since I heard from you, know what I mean? Memories of sleepless nights and lock-up flash by. Wondering if you'd ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if you even wanted to. And then, stepping out into the daylight, suddenly free, the fallout of some obscure corporate restructuring, a few $100 million worth of apology from your former jailers, and a decision to start a new life, to leave the past behind, all of it, until now. Yeah, we'll talk about it later, okay? Will stares at you, his goggles reflecting the harbor lights. Yeah, okay. He scans the waterfront, frowning. Let's just find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us in the plaza on the other side of this pier. The sooner we find him, the sooner we can all have a big, happy family reunion over dinner. Carter grins. And the sooner I can find a place to get a drink around here. Damn right. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises serpent-like from the sea. Government and megacorp coiled together, writhing in their basket of institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends and its tail began. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pier. Carter follows. Can I look at my inventory real quick? Inventory, character, let's go over to the inventory. So, got a rifle, does 8 damage with a cap of 24. Armor 1 clothing, a grenade, a health kit, and a revive. So he's got a better rifle than me. Oh, I can't trade weapons. Their stuff is all locked. Oh, she's a mage, huh? She's got the level 2 power bolt. And armor, I think, yeah. Strip armor. Yeah, he's a rifle 2 kind of guy. And she's a spellcasting 4 kind of gal. And actually, she's like way better. Okay. Let's just get going. I don't think there's I was gonna say I don't think there's anything over here, but there is something to inspect. Fresh construction is expanding the harbor out into the water. Corporate interests can afford to create new streets. Crazy. Yeah, there's a whole street over the ocean, or the I don't know. Is that an ocean or a river or? I've never been to Hong Kong. I don't know. Blocked gate. Oh, Hong Kong is an island, so it's probably, yeah, the South China Sea. The guard shack at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives the gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Huh, well that was open earlier. Duncan frowns. It's pretty solid. Shouldn't there be someone here to let us out or something? Guess we'll have to find another way to reach the plaza. Guess so. Strange that there's no one here though, isn't it? Carter shrugs. Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. Come on, rookie. We can cut through the construction site. Hate it when you call me that. Okay, let's go back to the security checkpoint. The gate is locked, but the nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain down your churning stomach. She examines the control panel for a moment, then throws Wu a backward glance. Looks like there's another way off the docks on the other side of this gate. I think I can bypass the lock. Let her work. Carter fiddles with some wires and the door lock hisses open. Got it, let's go. What is this? Get to the meeting location, keep the team alive. Zero karma, okay. Movement. Shouting in Cantonese. More Cantonese. Too quick to catch. The group on the dock was fishing a package out of a speedboat when you surprised them. Now the package is at the bottom of the bay. Oh, it's a bay. And the speedboat is disappearing into the distance. They close on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbor glints off their weapons as they approach. Not my fault, you fucking suck. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty, it's been years since Raymond's house. A language lesson that wouldn't end. The old man never spoke anything but his native language at home. Lou speaks with authority. His Cantonese is as solid as ever. He never let it drop. You guys doing some late-night fishing? Tattooed gunman. The smuggler smiles. Oh yeah, we're fishing for assholes. Ooh, points at their weapons. You're gonna need some better bait. All you've got, you're gonna catch with that is trouble. He turns to you as the smile starting on his face, then he thinks better of it, turns back to the smugglers. Lone Star, put the guns down. Smuggler squints at Wu's badge, then smiles at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake, or you're some kind of security guard. He grasps his rifle. Either way, this ends the same. I think he's done talking. Alright, so that's me. Okay, I don't know what these dots mean. Oh my god, that 3% chance, huh? Oh my goodness, no! She lost 4 AP. Oopsie. Alright, let's give him the aim. Go to full auto. Oh, good. I'm almost dead because of all that shit. I think I better just save. I don't want to start from the beginning. Do you think those guys were triad? Not sure, I don't recognize their tattoos. Oh well. No prizes, we don't get their loot. Can't pull their guns out of their dead hands. Security checkpoint. Oh, prizes. Toko, an illegal street drug made from the leaked Kamikaze formula, adds 1 body, 1 strength, and 1 willpower for 5 rounds. Every time the user's attack strength increases. Stick it. Not that I want it, but I could probably sell it. It'd be good for an adept, I guess. Another gate panel. This one's been vandalized and busted up good. A real nightmare of a repair job. Wu stares at the fence, considering loops and whorls of razor wire glitter in the lamplight. Looks edged with monofilament. The corporations here don't screw around. Doug and I have hopped plenty of fences before. It'll be fine. Why don't we just cut ourselves an opening? Guess we better find another way through. Doug nods his agreement. Think you can get the gate open, Carter? She winks at him. What do you think? It'll take me a few minutes, though. Frowning, she leans in to get a closer look at the mangled fuse box. A few seconds later, she starts pulling wires and yanking fuses, a look of intense concentration on her face. I thought she was a mage. In Cantonese, pale. He sounds like Raymond when he does that. The pen of my aunt is sitting on the end table. Satisfied? He shakes his head, continues in Cantonese. You gonna be a dick about this, pal? We're in Hong Kong. Only Cantonese from now on, just like when we lived at Raymond's house. Those endless drills are about to pay off. It's coming back. Won't be a problem. He nods satisfied, then turns his back and scans the horizon. At least you can still handle yourself in a fight. Say nothing. Wu says nothing back. He stands with his back to you, thumbs hooked in his belt. Aren't you wondering what I've been up to for the last 8 years? Still giving you his back? Nope. The silence between you gets louder, heavier. Then it's broken by a sudden wailing screech. Wu's hand goes to his holster. The screech is replaced by the sound of grinding wheels. Glancing over to the console, you see Carter grinning back at you. Got it. Open says me. Let's go to the plaza. Oh my god. Street gang fight. The light from the nearby vendor stall stabs into your eyes, triggering a throbbing ache in the back of your skull. You stop short, squinting, as rough voices drift in on the wind. Tattooed smuggler, where's everyone else? Where's the damn shipment? Haven't seen them yet. We just got here. The voice becomes irritated. Longway's probably waiting for us, so we can haul it off out of the boat for him. That lazy bastard. Let's just hang out here and let him find us. Looks like we're on a stroll through Smuggler Central. These gangers don't know we're here. We could probably slip past. Or we could clip them. They're already looking for us. Might be better to take them out now, while we've got the element of surprise on our side. Ambushing enemies while unaware hostiles are on screen. Press the unholster button to enter turn-based combat mode. The mage, smuggler, street soldier. Let's give her some aim. Or should I AoE the shit out of them? Let's give her some aim. And can I give her a heal? No. I'll give him aim too. That was easy enough. Cool. So now I know how to ambush an idiot. Okay, pick that up. Okay. Take. Looks like we go through this hole in the fence. I got a karma. I don't think I can spend it yet. $60 million. Just lying on the street. Shaman spot. We got a troll. No, this looks great. Should I be able to holster? Nope, no holster. Alright, let's save. This doesn't look good, honestly. Crossing the street, you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. Troll, orc, dwarf, elf. 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers on the dock. Alert, poised, professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped, mind your manners. Who stands up? Tall. Takes that amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe-to-toe with someone bigger. Someone who doesn't know they're about to go down. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? The thick troll pulls his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. Takes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in a dumpster along with the last idiot who stepped to us. Wu coolly surveys the scene, nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You can almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Carter backs him up. She whips her arms forward, fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. Alright, everyone, just be cool. The thick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Wu's face. A little late for that, isn't it? Raise my weapon too? Nah, it's never too late to be cool. Yeah, I like that line. Put your hands in your pocket. Listen, guys, my stomach's doing somersaults. How about we all put our guns away before someone gets hurt? Hold up your hands, palms out. How about no one does anything stupid? We just want to talk. Am I taking the lead here, or am I letting him do it? I think I want to do this one, though. The troll winks at you and gives his attention to Wu. Maybe we got off on the wrong foot just now. Something we can do for you, officer? His mouth breaks into a patronizing grin. Wu's jaw tightens, but his tone stays cool and controlled. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him? The troll nods his enormous head. Wu's voice gets an edge. You can see a vein in his temple start to pulse. Where is he? Carter sees it too. Keeps your voice neutral. Easy, Duncan. The troll maintains amused eye contact, but his weapon stays trained on Wu. That's right. Easy, Duncan. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. Who are you? Yes, Duncan. No one you want to mess with. The orc girl chimes in. Her tone is light. She's trying to defuse the situation. We do odd jobs for money. So, you were his tour guides, right? The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. Kinda, yeah. The old man hired us to take you all on an excursion. Whose brow furrows? Hired you? He takes a moment, looks them over. They're not assortment, a cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyberdeck slung on her back, and a tall elf standing behind them quietly, inscrutably, all with guns trained on Wu. Understanding spreads across Wu's face, his jaw tightens. You're Shadowrunners. Wow, he's a smart one. Wu's shoulders creep up. His stance tightens. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. The troll corrects him. Mercenary operatives. The dwarf cuts in. Her voice is soft but strong. That's a dwarf? What's... how tall are you, dwarf? Where are you? No! This is a... is that a dwarf? There's no way. Criminal. Mercenary operatives. Young orc. So that's our orc in the back? Okay. So yeah, you were right. That's supposed to be that... I don't know. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals. The troll tossed his Wu a sideways smile while staring down the barrel of his gun. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off of him. The runners sense it too, and they tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their faces make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly. She speaks quietly to Wu, who listens without turning his focus squarely on the troll. We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that. This was about money, right? Let's talk about money. What were you hired to do? I'll say. You can tell the orc's grin girls had enough of the tension. She blurts it out. The old man wanted us to take him into Kowloon Walled City. I remember... I must have played further than this, because I remember Kowloon Walled City being a thing. She waves a hand at the three of you. You too. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. You know the walled city? Slum, right? I've heard of it. The girl sneers, rolling her eyes. It's a shithole. The worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. Oh, I'm from the Redmond Barrens. I can canonically be the twin of the first game's character. Maybe you're supposed to be the first game's character. Okay. I'll Google it. Are the main of Shadowrun Returns and Shadowrun Hong Kong the same? No, the main playable characters in both are not the same. Deadman Switch, you play as a Shadowrunner, a contract, same ones, okay. Character's next convict who travels to Hong Kong from her foster father, you're ambushed, okay. I got a little spoiler there. Okay, according to Reddit users, they are different protagonists. They just both happen to be from the Barrens of Seattle. We get it, it's a real bad place. Now, why would a little old man pay you to take him there? The dwarf... I'm still not reading dwarf off of this. Standing next to her, nods and jumps in. Wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot, too. Just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under ordinary circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city is the last place I want to go, but the old man rolled up a truckload of new yen. And you gotta eat, right? Wu risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Interesting story. Seems like a good time to ramp down the threat of violence, don't you think? Let's say we believe you. What now? I'll do that. The troll flashes you a smile that's all tusk and no warmth. Okay, gang, I tell you what. He looks at his team as he slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all gonna put our guns down. Now I shoot. Oh shit. He's dead. Where did those shots come from? Oh, his partner died. Oh no, his partner shot them? I don't know where I'm going. I guess I want to find cover? sound of a high caliber rifle shots hang in the air, and the red dots of laser sights sweep the area. Carter, the troll, and the silent elf lie dead in widening pools of blood, their heads broken open like melons dropped from a 4-story building. The orc girl screams from cover. Nightjar? Nightjar? Come on, big man, talk to me. Gunshot? No, no. She turns to the dwarf, her eyes wild with fear. Oh shit, this isn't good. Officer on megaphone. A voice blares out from a loudspeaker. This is the police. Lay down your weapons, put your hands behind your head, come out where we can see you. Duncan Wu, Pale Moon. Come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds. Duncan crouches behind cover, his gaze locked on Carter's corpse. His voice comes out in a hoarse roar. Stand down, damn it! I'm law enforcement. Lone Star. Lone Star! He's driven deeper into cover by the hail of gunfire. The dwarf shakes her head at him. Her voice is flat. Save your breath, they won't listen. Use your eyes. These bastards aren't here to make arrests. A sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showing her an explosion of plaster. Stay down, Duncan. Are you hurt? We need a way out of here now. Everyone pipe down. Just give me a minute. The rat girl stares at the ground intently as if listening. Then her brow furrows, her eyes go beady, and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. She snaps out of her trance. Okay, I've got a way out. It's at the end of the street. Everyone come with me. Everyone? We don't need the rent-a-cops, Gobbet. We're the only ones. The little orc whips her head toward her friend. Their extra firepower is, I got us an exit, but we've got to get past the heat, and we can't shoot our way out of this on our own. If nothing else, they can soak up a few rounds for us. She turns to you, her pupils pinpricks of intensity. You stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to a back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. Okay, well, I got a control of all 4. We'll go on that way. Why? Okay. Okay. They got bad guys there. Okay, I didn't see them before. I guess I need to go to here. Duncan. I guess you'll go there and try to distract them or something. We're like walking into their shot instead of having them walk into ours, which sucks, but I don't want there to be... Oh shit. What are you doing? Just a pistolier? Shitty little dwarf. Got him. Damn it. Yeah, I don't want guys coming up behind me. Well, I knew there was a possibility that there would. I can full auto him. So I've got our 6, as they say. Okay, I want to get to that access point, but obviously I'm not going to just charge right up. Oh, that was rude. So you're a rude dude, huh? Okay, everyone go. You first. Access point. Deactivate the drones. There's like no good cover. Here. How's this building not cover? Ugh. Poison fog. I do want to go set that up on them. Okay, we don't like that. Let's go, Rambo. What? Sniper means business. Stay in cover. Oh shit, I didn't realize. Should we just escape? I'm like nearly dead. The rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements, and empty buildings. Stumbling through the refuse and filth, you make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbor. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, snips, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrist. Her rat squeaks softly in the folds of her clothing. Oh. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the store, you can see that they're nearly the same age, no more than 20, 21 tops. What were their names? Need a rest. Let's say we need a rest. We don't talk about personal feelings. No, we're good. Gobbet looks back the way you came. I think we've shaken them. She sniffs the air. Yeah, we're clear. Will begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off of him in waves. This is bullshit. I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from cops. He pokes a thumb at his chest and spits his anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake, I am a cop. We noticed. There's a Lone Star sergeant dead back there, damn it. She was... Wu starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control, but he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw. When he speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm gonna get some of my own people down here. Then we're gonna find Raymond and figure out what the hell's going on. The little orc shrugs. Whatever you say, big guy. You have fun with that. She looks over at her friend. They both nod. Iz and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. Your people died in a hail of sniper fire. You're not gonna do anything about it? He's not our friend. He's our foster father. She looks straight at you, her tone flat. And he's probably a dead man. Sorry, but it's the truth. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from his holster on his left leg, raises it, and starts tapping the buttons with a needy finger. The Lone Star logo on the back of the device looks shiny and official. He stops, confused, and then taps it again harder. The red flashing image on the PDA reflects in his goggles. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network. He looks up at you. My law enforcement status has been revoked. He goes back to the screen. I don't believe it. This is saying there's an APB out on us, pal. You and me both. I figured as much. You heard them on the loudspeaker. They knew our names. Will glares at the wall, a storm raging across his face. Fucking hell. His hand clutches into a fist around his PDA. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward, as if to punch the wall, his knuckles rapping against it softly, a pantomime of barely constrained range. Suddenly, he turns and slings his PDA into the far wall, hits hard, bounces back, clatters to the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. The orc mouths an okay to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isobel. Let's... She cuts off by a sudden smashing noise. As her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet, the dwarf looks down at her work, unsatisfied, and brings her boot down again and again and again, till there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and circuit board. Yeah, like, can't you be tracked by that? She looks up at Wu, who chest heaving, and points at the pile of scrap she's created. Police issued. They can trace you through that. She turns to you, hand out. Yours too. It's on the network. Hand her your PDA. Well, there go all my free upgrade points. Oh, smash it myself. We bury our own. You crush the PDA into shards under your foot, while Isabel looks on blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbet, sighs, then reaches into her jacket, pulling out 2 new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners. I suppose it's the least we could do, after your help back there. Thanks. You people always keep a supply of burners in your pocket? Thanks, now what? Now we get out of the sewer and head our separate ways, right, Iz? Isabel isn't listening. She is staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating her horrified expression. Gobbet, we gotta go, right now. Isabel's voice is monotone but emphatic. She holds up her PDA to show her friend. They're after us, too. Her screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. Oh my god. Horizon News. Newscaster. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in a firefight with members of a terrorist cell linked to the mainland city-state of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives Duncan Wu and Pale Moon, along with their Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gabet and Isobel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. Color drains out of Gabet's face. Oh shit. Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell, known as a White Star, maintains ties to the state of Henan, and it is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from anti-corporate groups in the UCAS city-state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force's Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crate of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbor. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crate. She is surrounded by a swarm of news reporters, but appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but it was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop. We have already issued an APB along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists, and I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. She looks directly into the camera. If you should see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you are on an authorized network and take a picture, our system will automatically identify them in your data stream. The Decker switches off the newscast and clips her PDA back onto her belt. For a moment, there's no sound but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gabet bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for a new position. I thought we were fucked before, Wu's voice is eerily calm, but now we are well and truly fucked. Doesn't look good, does it? His mouth tightens. Not at all. He begins stalking back and forth, a panther in a cage. They've labeled us terrorists, and there's an APB out for us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. It doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with that whatever city-state. They're gonna hunt us down. It's open season. Isabel nudges the remains of Wu's PDA with her booted toe. And the 2 of us will be hunted down right alongside you. Gabet wide-eyes the exits, tight as a spring. You can hear shallow panting as she leans toward one, then the other. We gotta go deep. Hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out. Find a hole to crawl into. Gabet looks at Isabel, wipes her mouth, and points at you and Duncan. We've got to get them off the grid too, way off. The dwarf looks at Duncan and her large eyes narrow. Hey, Lone Star. You've got a security license, right? That means you've got a SIN too. Wu's brow furrows. Of course I have a SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlifes go sinless. She runs her hands along her cyberdeck thinking, that means that you can be traced, both of you. You get spotted by a drone or a security camera, get ID'd by a retinal scanner, or try to use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. Wu crosses his arms across his chest. I know how a system identification number works, Renner. So we're stuck in this country, no money, no passport, nothing. Gabet pulls at her dreadlocks. We're just as screwed as you are. Me and Iz, we were listed as your accomplices, and we can't afford for you to get caught. You lead them to us, one way or another. DNA samples, things we've told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. The little Decker looks from you to Wu, eyes narrowing, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Her voice is flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burned. Delete you from the record books, all of them. All of them? Whoa, wait a minute. You want us to just erase our identities? Wu rubs his hand across his scalp. Beyond the fact that it's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Condescension seeps in the way its way into Isabel's dry tongue. Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with a siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Deleting our identities across the entire matrix sounds hard. The little Decker nods knowingly. It's very difficult. I can't do it. Some people can. Organizations, expert systems. We gotta ask for help. There's only one person we know who has the kind of pull it takes to burn a sin and hide us from the cops. Kindly Chang? Kindly Chang? I'm gonna call him Kindly, because kindly is just weird for a name. Who's Kindly Chang? Some sort of super decker? No, Kindly's no decker. She's what's known as a Strauss Sandal. Kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate. They're triad. Kindly Chang controls all the illegal activity in our neighborhood, smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Middle manager? Is the Yellow Lotus a syndicate or a retail outlet? No way, we're already in deep enough. We don't need to get in any deeper with a crime syndicate. We don't want to deal with Kindly Chang any more than you do, but I don't see what choice we have. We need protection, and we need to get your sins burned before we're all red smears on the sidewalk. Isabel's voice is hollow and flat. Taking favors from a woman like Kindly Chang is a good way to get yourself into indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favors to a woman like that. Her eyes get big, round. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. Wait a minute, you know this woman? We've only met her once or twice. Nightjar was the one who worked with her. Like I said, she's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowruns for the corpse. Kindly Chang is our fixer. Gobbet tries to make her voice tight, confident. Just stay on her good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings all hell down upon us. I don't think I made it this far when I played. I don't remember all this. Kindly Chang? Chang? Go with Chang. Wounded 14. It'd be nice to be able to heal. Oh, let's look at my character. 1 karma. Oh. 1 karma. Quickness, dodge, ranged. I think I want to go body next, right? Body to 6, maybe? Yeah, so body to 6 next. Did I save? Let's save. Alright, confirm. That was what I like to call an exposition dump. But basically, if you fast forwarded through all that crap, my step foster brother's partner got killed by the police, as did 2 of the 4 Shadowrunners. And now me, my foster brother, and the 2 surviving Shadowrunners are in it together. We've got to burn our, basically, identification on a global network. Every trace of it. And we're going to fixer who works for the local triad to try and get that done. Man, they could have just said that. Ooh, 5 karma. Sewers deposit you into a series of mechanical access ways that eventually link to a system of railway tunnels. Gobbet leads you through 5 or 6 magnetically sealed doors and across several sets of electrified tracks until she indicates you've reached your destination. She holds up her hand and indicates the surrounding platform. This is the MTR station for Hayo. Haoi? Haoi. Once you go up those stairs, you'll be in our neighborhood. Kinley Chang runs her operation out of a mahjong parlor there called Swift Winds. Wu rips off his goggles. There's an APB out on us. How do you expect us to get to this Swift Winds place without taking a bullet? Haoi is well known as a protected area. Kinley Chung sees to that. It's a shadow community, smugglers, hijackers, black marketeers. You get the idea. Cops tend to give that place a wide berth. Isabel gives a shallow nod. Her gaze remains planted on the floor. Police cameras don't last long here. Between the smog and the cloud cover, we shouldn't have to worry about drone surveillance either. The HKPF won't find you, not if you follow our lead. Gobbet widens her stance, put her hands on her hips. Now, there's how this thing is going to work. You can't get an audience with Chang until we secure you an invitation. So me and Iz will go on ahead and pay our respects. Then we'll request that she see you politely. An invitation? How do we get that? The rat shaman smirks. We'll kiss her ass until it shines. That's about the size of it. Gobbet holds up a hand. One more thing. Kinley Chang is a dangerous woman. She may seem friendly, but don't let your guard drop. And whatever you do, do not disrespect her. Okay. Got it. She drops her hand, nods to the three of you. That's it. We'll go on ahead and smooth the way. Just give us a few minutes head start and don't talk to anyone. What if a local recognizes us from that news broadcast, calls the cops? Gobbet smirks and shakes her head. No one in Haoi calls cops. Doing that around here is a quick way to get dead. I get it. Her eyes narrow and she nods approvingly. That's good. Catch on real quick. We need your sins burned as badly as you do, and we need to figure out a way out of this shit, or we're all dead. See you at the mahjong parlor. The Shadowrunner's footsteps quickly fall away, and then you are alone with Wu. He grunts something unintelligible and begins panther-like stalking back and forth again. Footprints of sewer water and muck marking his path on the subway platform behind him. Minutes pass. Wu stops his pacing and runs both his hands over his face, groaning a sound of anxiety and disgust. It dissipates, and he stands there silently, his hands covering his face and his shoulders shaking with emotion. Then he begins to laugh. It's a laugh that comes from down deep, from the place where fear and frustration and impotence swirl. That's your pee-pee. But the barrier holds. Wu focuses, taking control of his breathing, and his laughter begins to slow. He becomes himself again. Oh my god, Pale. After an aftershock of laughter shudders through him. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell are we doing here? How did we get into this? He drops his hand and turns to you, shaking his head in disbelief. I think I'm gonna lose it. Go ahead. We're alone. He walks to the wall of the subway station silently. He stands there a moment, lost in thought, and then his fists explode in a flurry of punches. He hits the wall hard, sending plaster crumbling to the floor at his feet. The orc breathes heavily for a moment, head down, hands on hips, spent. Carter is dead, Pale. They fucking ended her. He puts a hand on his forehead. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Just focus on finding Raymond. So that's it? Just throw Carter down the memory hole and bury her deep? Put my partner's death behind me and carry on like a good little Lone Star? He holds up a hand. Don't answer. His voice goes flat. He's done. It doesn't matter anymore. We're stuck in this country, surrounded by criminals. And the police are trying to blow our heads off. He grabs the back of his neck, squeezes. Screw it, maybe I should just let him. You know why? Because we're gonna burn our sins, Pale. Jesus Christ, do you get what that means? The moment we do that, we're dead. To all the world, we're dead. We're wiped clean. Counts it off on his fingers. Raymond, The house we grew up in, my career, Carter, all gone. No home, no money, no identity, nothing. He waves his hand, brushes it all away. We will be nobody. We were street kids, Duncan. We're used to being nobody. Or how about, I'm gonna find a way out of this. Just follow my lead like you did in the old days. That's what I'll say. You want to bring up the old days? Are you fucking serious? You left the old days behind years ago. Wu's neck cranes forward, his lower jaw thrust out ahead of him. You left me behind. Oh, boo-hoo. You left me behind. Memories flash bright. Suddenly, you're back 8 years ago, on the street outside Raymond's house. Just you and Wu. The middle of the night. Oh god, I have to play a flashback. Okay, I'll be right back. A little bit of Dr. Pepper for a flashback. Young Duncan, you can't just leave like this, pal. What am I gonna say to Raymond? You know how he is. Yeah, I know how he is. Inflexible. Exactly. We're breaking one of his rules just being outside the house after curfew. What is so important that you have to run out now? In the middle of the night, without even telling Raymond why. He's distraught. You can see it on his face, hear it in his voice. He used to be lost without you. It's a job, too good to pass up. Come on, Duncan. We could use you. You're good in a fight. I'll do the job. His eyes widen. A job that's too good to pass up? I thought we left that shit behind, pal. Look, whatever's going on, I can tell you one thing. Raymond will not approve. I'll deal with that when I get back. I won't be gone long. 2-3 days tops. Oh, then I get caught, put in prison, and then I get out on a clerical error or a buyout, corporate takeover, I forget. Okay, it was mercifully short. You remember the look on Duncan's face as you walked away? How would you see it if was I walking backwards? The events that followed were a blur, one that you don't care to remember. 3 days later, you were behind bars in a private corporate prison. No interrogation, no charges, no appeal. Years later, some corporation bought some other corporation, and the new board of directors pushed through some sort of reform agenda, and the higher-ups gave an order. And then you were out, with a few hundred new yen to your name, and one scary-as-hell non-disclosure agreement ensuring your silence. Not that it mattered to you anymore. You were starting fresh, determined. Until Raymond tracked you down, left you that voicemail, brought you to Hong Kong, and back together with Duncan Wu. You realize that Wu's been staring at you. Now let's hear it. What the hell have you been all this time? Why didn't you contact me? At least tell me you were alive. I wanted to, Duncan, but I was locked up tight. Corporate black site, no communication. No shit, he squints at you. Full lie detector mode. Oh, fuck. I had no idea. That's why it's a corporate black site with no communication. A range of emotions play across Wu's face. He stares at the ground for some time before finally looking back up at you with a heavy sigh. Well, I really don't know how to process that one right now. He shakes his head. I don't know. If we're still alive tomorrow, we can talk more. This shit is too much. We're marooned on this island, hunted by the cops. My partner is dead, Raymond is missing, and we're about to go see a crime lord about erasing our goddamn identities. And as a bonus, our only allies are a pair of tiny criminals who would kill us if they could, so they didn't have to deal with this. He rubs his head viciously. Listen, Pale, back in the Barrens, whenever I was out of control, you just handled the situation, remember? With Carter gone, I'm just a raw nerve. I'm afraid I'm gonna slip back, and people are gonna start getting hurt again. I got your back, Duncan. I got the lead, Duncan, just like I used to. He stares at you hard, like he's trying to see something inside your head. Then he checks his weapon, cocks and locks, back to business. Good. Now let's go meet that triad woman and get our damn sins burned. I want to rip off the bandage as fast as I can. Finally, the exposition dump followed by the exposition dump. Oh, it's over. Can we get our body up to 6? We can. Cyberware affinity, is that new? I think it is. There was nothing, no skills for body before. I have to consider this. One additional essence. Cyber weapons. Cyber Affinity 6 plus 1 additional essence. Wow. Cyberware can allow you to exceed racial maximums for attributes. And 7. Plus 2 armor piece with all pierce with all cyber weapons. I don't want to do cyber weapons, do I? That'd be like a strength thing. Throwing, close combat, right? Or melee? I'm not sure what they would count as. Anyway, we want to raise our body to 6, which is what we're going to do. We've got $1,200. I'm a 6 out of 10 body. Pardon me. I'm a 6 out of 9. Elves can't even be 10s. Okay, I can't add scroll? Okay, no I can. That's weird. Sometimes it goes to the other screen and sometimes it do not. Predica 5, Club 88, I'm sure we'll be able to go there eventually. Metro Transit? Rail? I don't know, Metro. A massive steel security door is set into a bunker-like concrete wall. There's no sign or identification of what this place is. Battered intercom is encased in a cage of welded steel and armor glass. Grading letters are barely readable on the screen. Chrome Alley. Medical services and mechanical repair. Premises protected by deadly weapons and infectious diseases. Let's walk away from that. Where's the Mahjong parlor? I don't know. There's a whole pallet of oranges just sitting in the rain. Okay, I can't edge. Can't edge scroll sometimes. Lost Techno Palace. Is that on the ship? Let's inspect this. The insulation on these heavy wires is cracked. They buzz and crackle occasionally as stray drips from the awning strike them. Okay, that sounds bad. Don't mess with the law. Okay, we can't go here? Or can we? It doesn't seem to do anything though. Okay. Should we look this way? Let's look this way. Someone out on their dock? Chilling. We got a person, smuggler, don't care. A bolt hole. Let's go look at the bolt hole. Get over these ships? Okay. The original name has been sloppily painted over with black paint. Newer but somewhat weathered characters have been painted in bold brushstrokes and read Bolt Hole. Okay. I guess we can't go up there. Oh, maybe no, I don't think we can. What's this place? Nothing. What's up here? We can't go this way. Okay. I guess we'll talk to that smuggler. Or we're here. Let's talk to this dude. Frederick Cafe. Triad guard. Oh, that might be my way. Frederick Cafe. That's close enough, friend. The club is for members and invites only. I suggest you just move along. Gotcha. We're not cool enough to go there. Triad guards. They're not guarding a mahjong parlor, are they? It doesn't look like it. The thug looks at you dead-faced. Despite his street clothes, he wears a high-tech earpiece. The entrance to the walled city is closed to foreigners. So that's the walled city we heard so much about already. Okay. I don't think I've played this far. I think I must have stopped right after your partner gets exploded and you have to run down that street. Just off the docks, you spot a sea-worn man with a smile that's almost too wide for his head. His teeth shine white against the thick, black bush of his beard. His clothes are a myriad of colors, patterns, and fabrics, a smattering of cultures draped across his body. If there's anything he's clearly advertising, it is the extent of his travels. You see something you like? His voice is coarse like steel wool on your eardrums. Come and get it, because now is your best chance. Everything is on sale. Won't find prices like these anywhere else, my friend. Show me what you're selling. Okay, let's get an upgrade if we can. Go to weapons. Go to the bottom. Ruger, a rifle, 16 damage. That's like all my money. $100S. Well, let's see. AK-97. Okay. So let's confirm. Individual gear. Yes. I know I should keep it for a fallback weapon, but I'm not going to because I don't want to go around using the wrong weapon like a dummy. Although, I mean, I'd rather spend a turn reloading than fire a 10 damage gun when I could be firing a 16 damage gun, right? I'd rather take 1 AP to reload, wouldn't I? I don't know where I'm supposed to be heading now. Sail. This music is kind of okay, but kind of putting me to sleep. Oh, there's my yellow dot. Strongwind Mahjong Parlor. Swiftwind's Mahjong Parlor. Filled with the stink of cigarette smoke, the incessant click-clack of mahjong tiles, and the grim faces of hardened gamblers. Let's go find our friends. Come in, we have a lot to talk about. Okay, I'm here. Do we approach? May I approach? Kindly Chong. I guess I have to. Objective complete. Go to the mahjong parlor. You can feel every eye in the room as you cross the mahjong parlor to the middle-aged woman sitting patiently at its end. The click-clack of ivory-colored tiles stops. Hands stray beneath tables, into jacket pockets, behind backs. The woman has the face of a prison guard and the demeanor of an inmate. Her salt and pepper hair is pulled into an iron-hard bun, and beneath it, 2 shiny black eyes offer nothing. Buttons sewn on a doll. A nearly empty bottle of something foul rests on her mahjong table, nestled between a pair of dirty shot glasses. Tiny puddles of brown linger at their bottoms. Gobbet and Isabel stand on the other side of the table, heads lowered, shoulders slumped, hands clasped. They risk a frightened glance at you as you approach. Kinley Chang's voice is nasal and rusty mean. My little pair of fuck-ups here told me all about what happened at the docks. She also reminds me of a character in Cyberpunk 2077. One of the fixers in Cyberpunk. I guess that character reminds me of what I'm vibing off of her right now, since this game was made first. She dips a pinky into a shot glass, brings it to her mouth, removes it with a sharp smack. How 2 of my best runners have their heads put out. How you need protection, and how you need to get your identities wiped before you get your heads put out too. Potentially leading the heat to my front door, placing me and everyone in my employ in danger. She fingers the rim of her glass. So wise, so very, very wise. We're sorry, Auntie, we thought... You didn't think. You mustn't speak until you are spoken to, Gobbet dear. And since you are one short hair away from being dumped in the river, chained to Isabel's corpse, I suggest you let your new friends here do the talking for a while. Does that make sense to you, dear? Her treacle voice is back, sweet, nasal, and grinding. Yes, Auntie. Chang inclines her head gently. Very good. You learn so quickly. I'll remain silent. She pours another drink. Her cheeks are rosy, already flushed. Now, my darlings, I understand from my little rat shit here that you came from Seattle to meet with my client, Mr. Black. Wu's jaw tightens at the word client. But before you could find him, the HKPF started splattering gray matter everywhere and everything went to shit. And now you need your sins burned so you can disappear before you end up dead too, is that right? Yes, ma'am. Very good. Why don't we start with you telling me who you are? Call me Pale Moon. Oh, you've already chosen a street name. How prescient of you. Cheng looks at you approvingly. Pale Moon. It's a good name. Has real character. She flutters her eyelashes at you. Now, what's your real name? I mean, do you want me to erase your identities? Don't you, dear? I'll need to know who you are first. Pale? I guess it's funny because they're the same. Pale, I guess you'd call me, as a street samurai. She rests her chin on her hand. Ah, yes, you're from Seattle. Street samurai isn't something we say in Hong Kong. We prefer a street soldier. And how did you become a street soldier, Pale? Picked it up young. I've been in the cooler for a few. Wu's brow furrows and he shakes his head. Still can't believe it. Kinley Cheng whips her head towards Wu, a nasty retort already on her lips. But then she stops, sticks out her lower lip as she sizes him up. She turns to her lieutenant standing behind her, nodding her approval. Looks like the gun show is in town. What's your name, gun show? Wu's focus remains straight ahead. Duncan Wu. I'm a cop, Lone Star. I hear there were some fresh corpses found on the docks tonight. Smugglers, I believe. Didn't sound like the Hong Kong police when I heard about it. You're doing Duncan Wu? Wu's eyes remain fixed on the spot on the wall behind her. He smolders. I identified myself as Lone Star, but they wouldn't stand down. They had weapons. It was self-defense. She puckers her lips at him. Her voice sing-song. I don't care, sweetie. They weren't my people. Oh, good. Thank God. I thought they were. But now I know you're a life-taker, Mr. Gunshow. You and your friend here. She begins arranging mahjong tables on the table in front of her. But now I'm curious. Why were you meeting Raymond Black on the docks tonight? Raymond Black is our foster father. That makes her pause. Ching lifts her bottle of swill and eyes the label, connecting the dots in her own head. Interesting. A look of disgust passes over her face. Sorry, kids, but he was looking like shit when I saw him. Eyes half open, dark circles around them, dragging his feet, the whole bit. She tisks in displeasure. Your foster daddy was in a bad place. You think it was drugs? You can hear Wu's teeth grind. Raymond didn't do drugs, Pale. Kinley Chang wags a finger in agreement. Of course not. Nobody daddy do drugs. Gun show. They all have herb gardens and read poetry books to relax after a hard day at the office. She shrugs and inclined her head toward you. Who knows, Moon? It could have been drugs, but he was lucid most of the time. Still, if Mr. Black was on something, it was definitely some sort of hallucinogen. Remember him drifting off near the end of our meeting. It looked like he was off somewhere else in his head. He said, I left prosperity in there. Then Nightjar put his hand on Mr. Black's shoulder, asked him why he wanted to go into Walled City so badly. That seemed to bring him back. When your old man opened his eyes, they were full of tears. Then he muttered something else I couldn't make out. Turning on the light here. Wow, that's much better. Shoot. What time is it? 7:23. Well, same time I had to turn on the light yesterday. She pours herself another shot, tosses it back, and rubs her belly. Your daddy got really irritating after a while. I can imagine. She grabs a long, slim cigar from a pack on the mahjong table, lights it. Alright, let's get to it. She exhales smoke and points two fingers at you and Wu. You two need your sins burned, and you need them burned fast. Hong Kong dragnets are bad news. When they roll in force. Armored personnel carriers, heavy armor, heavy weapons, sorcerers, the whole thing. And they aren't coming to arrest you. She folds her arms across her chest. The thin cigar bobs in her mouth as she speaks. The good news is I can help you. With a wave of my hand, I can have your sins disappear. But you need to understand, my darlings, is that what you're asking for is not a simple request. Burning a sin isn't just deleting a number, it's wiping all reference to that number from all of the world's largest databases. It's masking your mugshot in their facial recognition database so that the first camera you walk past doesn't bring them down on you like a ton of bricks. It's covering our fucking tracks so that the act of burning your sins doesn't lead them right to us. It requires contacts in numerous corporations and the UCAS government. Smoke rolls out of the Triad boss's nose. It requires someone like me. Therefore, I need to make a choice. She takes another drag on her cigar and gently places her palm on the flat of the table. Do I kill you and dispose of your bodies before the cops come looking for you, or do I help you burn your sins? I know my vote. Cheng rests her chin on her hand again and smiles at you. I know, my darling, you want to live. But if you're alive... She stares at you for a moment, chin on hand, thinking, taps her ash on the floor, without taking her eyes off of you. A low, reluctant growl rumbles somewhere deep in her throat. Okay, you live for now. I'll put your sins to the torch. However, I'll need to call in several valuable favors within my network to do it. And those favors do not come cheap. Kinley Cheng stubs out her cigar. You will owe me. Whatever you say, Auntie. Don't roll over so easily, my darling. People will think you're an ass-kisser. It's unbecoming. I want you to deliver a message for me to a business associate in the walled city. Okay, we were kind of wanting to head there anyway. The Yellow Lotus has a strong presence inside Pale. Isabel can tell you all about it, can't you, dear? Isabel grew up in the walled city. Isabel's eyes remain lowered. They collect taxes for the corporations, extort protection money from shopkeepers, run drugs, guns, people. They hurt people. We do those things, yes, but to be fair, we also operate the walled city's black market. You might not be alive today if it weren't for the lifeline that we provide. Isabel clams up tight. Still can't believe this little thing is Isabel. Cheng picks up a mahjong tile and turns it with her fingers. There's a red pole, a sort of enforcer, yes? On the inside. His name is Strangler Bao. Bao is a strong man, a good soldier, but he has forgotten his place. I need you to remind him. How are we supposed to do that? She tosses you a memory stick. This is a message for Bao. You will deliver it to him in my name and then return to me. Remember that Bao's men are my men. By right, they should all be serving me. I would prefer it if you did this quietly and without killing them. I have no use for dead soldiers. She turns to Gobbet and Isabel. One of you will go with these two Westerners to the walled city, help them locate Bao, and show them the ropes. The other will remain here with me. I have several menial and degrading tasks that need doing around the establishment. No matter who goes and who stays, you'll both pay for bringing an APB to my doorstep. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Now, I'm gonna find out who ordered the hit on Nightjar and do some dentistry on him with power tools. She closes her eyes and smiles with pleasure. That boy was my favorite. He sang to me sometimes. The troll? She opens her eyes again and sneers. That other one I don't care about. Gutshot was an asshole. Oh, the quiet elf. Okay. She turns away and waves you off with the back of her hand. That will be all, my darlings. Return to me when you are done. I got some karma. Do I spend it? What am I saving for next? Quickness 5? Or Rifle 4? What comes at Rifle 4? Nothing. So let's get Quickness to 5. Yeah, we'll lag Quickness behind body by 1. And we'll take importance. Oh, wait. Does Dodge have any cool shit in it now? No, it's just like, the cool thing is you die less. Which, let's be real, that's pretty cool. Oh, so I can go monofilament whip, cyber weapon. Okay. So hit and chance to not be hit. I gotta go to quickness 5. So I can get this. I mean, Deadeye, it's alright. It pierces 2 armor, I didn't realize, so that's probably good. Headshot is what I want. Do 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 do. Okay, and Charisma can go to 4 at some point. I mean, the spirit summoning in the totem is actually really cool. Willpower, I do want it at 3, but I don't need it at 3. Intelligence, same deal. I feel like 3 is good for checks, although this game it seems like 4 is common. How far a grenade can be thrown? Okay, well, whatever. We're not raising anything right now. We have 60 million. Oh, what are my hit points at? 60 out of 60, 50 out of 50. Nice, okay. There's nothing else to do here. Let's go. Oh, we need to take one of them with us. How do I do that? Enter the walled city. Okay, maybe it happens at the area transition to the walled city, which is where those 2 gang members were, over here, by the club. Thug taps at his earpiece, gestures with his head. Auntie Chid, saying you'd be coming. You can pass. Uh-huh. Choosing your team. When traveling to a new mission locations, you will be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action the next time you return to Haoi. Avoid the loss of firepower by always carrying some dock wagon trauma kits into the field. Okay. I only get 1. So do I want a Decker? Probably. Or Shaman? Probably. SMG 2, spellcasting 2. Yeah. She's pretty good. Charisma. Conjuring, summoning, spirit control. Well, I mean, she's not great, but she can cast haste, so confirm it. I'll be sad if there's a bunch of Decker stuff I need and I can't do it. Actually, doing the access point so I didn't have to get shot by the drones was really nice. And you didn't have to go like and do an entire side mission of Matrix bullshit. Also nice. Okay, I will put you there. So I hope I have the Ruger equipped when I start. Oh, we can see the team's gear. The team's outfits. That's locked. That's locked. Okay, preview. Was this? Poison fog sounds cool. Aim is good. Alright, we're gonna confirm this. Autosave. You have karma. Cancel. I know I have karma. Foul, oily water rains down from above, mixes with the filth and offal and swill of the streets, turns it into a flowing slurry of unrecognizable sewage. In the distance, the sounds of back alley activity add to the ambiance of your arrival. Breaking glass, the cracking hiss of a garbage fire, faint screams of terror punctuated by the occasional gunshot. Sex and business and violence and misery blended into one. Wu winces at the stink, waves a hand in front of his face. Raymond said that prosperity is in the walled city, but I don't see it. Why the hell would he want to set one foot in this place? You got me. As I said, the walled city is the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere, maybe in the world. A rat pokes its head out of the fold in her clothing, squeals softly. She reaches up a hand to comfort it. There's something wrong with this place. It isn't just a slum, it feels poisonous somehow. Oh, an astral level. On an astral level. It churns my stomach to even come near it. Wu nods in agreement. Okay, you were right. This isn't the Baron's. It feels, I don't know, thicker. He goggles the place. Which way? The Lotus Den. That's what Bao calls his little corner of hell. I don't know where it is offhand, but I have a way of finding things. There's a flurry of motion at her hip, and a second pair of beady eyes appears. Gobbet shifts her hand from one rat to the other, stroking each in turn. They probably aren't expecting anyone to come in force. We can kick in the door, drop the guards, hand over the message, and get the hell out. Kinley doesn't want them dead. She wants them to remember where their loyalties lie. It's tough to remember much of anything when you've got a bullet in your head. I mean, we could kill them if you really wanted to. Technically, Bao is the only one that has to live. But I'd rather keep Auntie Chung happy than piss her off again. We may need Kinley Chang, but she doesn't own us. We make our own decisions. You have an independent streak, I like that. Damn right we do. Now let's get this done. I mean, I'm gonna try not to kill them. Oh, so it's an optional thing, so it must be possible. Let's look at all the things. Don't kill, they must survive. Deliver the data stick. How hard could this all be? Ooh. Yeah, I still only have 3 karma. Why is it nagging me about it? So I don't think I can go that way. Let's go this way. A merchant. Let's inspect this pile of garbage. A putrid stench emanates from the remains of this building. You see nothing that could cause it. Weird. A bedraggled old woman looks up from her sewing at the sound of your approach. Clothing, clothing. I have good quality clothing for sale. Ever heard anyone say, prosperity is in the walled city? She cocks her head like a dog listening to a noise that it can't understand. Prosperity? She sounds it out to herself. I don't know what that means. What's the news here? Anything interesting? Interesting here? No, nothing changes here. Nothing changes. She settles her weight with an audible harumph. Strangler Bao is a big man now. He is very important. Oh, very important. Very impatient. You know Bao? Yeah, we're real close friends. Tell your friend that he still owes me for that suit. I don't sew for nothing. You can't eat air. We'll get right on that. She nods sagely. You see that you do. Now, what else do you want? Later, lady. Who's this clown? I don't like clown. Wait. Is that really, our shaman? This clown-looking person? Yeah. We all got weird masks on. Well, they do. I don't know. Bloodied woman. Okay, this is gonna be good. Over here, help! This is a trap if I ever saw one. The young woman lies on the ground. She's a bloody mess. Streaks and splatters of crimson crisscross her blouse and mat her hair. Judging by the quality of her clothing and the bag on her shoulder, you make her out as a student. She's as out of place here as a librarian would be in a game of urban brawl. She struggles to move, but she's clearly exhausted. The dark circles under her eyes tell you that she hasn't slept in days. Bloodied woman. When the woman sees you heading her way, her face hardens. You see her hand slip into her jacket pocket, but as she studies your faces, the fear in her eyes gives way to curiosity. You guys don't look like you're from around here. A hacking cough shakes her, but her eyes remain fixed on you. That's right, we're out-of-towners. You either. Who are you? I'm a student at Hong Kong University. She glances around watchfully, over your shoulder at the buildings looming above her, into the windows nearby. Doing some research, gotta finish before I can leave. What kind of research? Field work. I don't have that. Field work. I've been taking readings and gathering stories for my master's thesis on feng shui in the Sixth World. What does feng shui have to do with a slum? Everything, I think. Absolutely everything. Rich people hire geomancers to design the interiors of their homes, to attune them just right to achieve balance and harmony. The poor have nothing like that. Leave a slum to fester long enough, and you get this. She glances at her surroundings, a look of profound disgust on her face. I think that the negative feng shui of places like this affects the people who live here, that it changes them in a fundamental way, makes them less capable of breaking the cycle and getting out. That's what I'm trying to prove. Before the awakening, people thought of feng shui as a philosophical system. Now in the Sixth World, it's more than that. It's an actual form of magic. The whole thing revolves around qi, the invisible life energy that binds every person and thing together. It's very real here in Hong Kong. Nobody knows the reason why. Maybe it's only real because people believe that it is. The important thing is, it's a measurable, quantifiable phenomenon. There's an entire industry that's grown up around it. So how's the qi in this place? Probably not good. It's wrong, all wrong. The feng shui in the walled city is completely screwed. I mean, look at the place. She gestures at the squalor surrounding you. You can feel it, right? I felt that something was wrong the minute I walked in. Bad qi, huh? Yeah, bad feng shui. Qi needs to flow, or it goes sour. Positive feng shui allows that to happen. The woman clears her throat, then lets out a hacking cough. The effort requires a moment for her to recover before she speaks again. You know, I hate to admit it, but I could use some help. You think? I started running in, well, I guess you'd call it an experiment of sorts. Nothing conclusive, just a few quick trials to support my hypothesis before I go into hardcore data gathering mode. There are only a few things left to do. If you could finish them for me, I could get out of here. She holds out a crumpled piece of paper. Please, follow the notes on this sheet. Duncan takes the paper from her outstretched hand and examines it, frowning. Just say what you need us to do. I need you to make adjustments to the area's feng shui. My notes will tell you how. The goal is to remove sources of friction and to record the results. My hypothesis is that even small adjustments can have a measurable impact on qi flow. If I'm right, it should improve and life here should get just a little bit better. I'll see what I can do. Repair the walled city. 3. Alright, so let's go back and make sure we didn't already pass one of the 3. Looks like there's something up there. This is the entrance. And we got nothing. Okay. Let's go. Let's go up here. Why isn't it showing my clicks? I like it when it shows a little dot where I click. Oh, I thought you were like a purple triangle earlier, but you're just a purple person. I cannot click you. This one's mine. Step off. I cannot click you. I cannot click any of you. Oh, I can click you. You're a merchant. I can examine this. I got 1 out of 3 repairs done. All it took was an intelligence of 2, which you gotta be probably an orc or a troll or maybe a dwarf not to have that. The street vendor gestures toward a jumbled pile of tarnished chains, costume jewelry, and trinkets on a stained flannel blanket. Look at these beauties. Very valuable. Very pretty. Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? No, he shakes his head. That's not something that someone would say around here. Show me what you're selling. Okay, so elemental finishes. Okay, bye. See you around. Don't be a stranger. See? You can see where I clicked. I like that. Lotus Den, I don't want to go there just yet. Yellow Lotus Captain, don't want to talk to him just yet. Let's go inspect this thing. Mark's stall has been picked clean, the owner replaced by a pool of dried blood. Can we not clean up? Spiritual energy. Gobbet comes up short. She gestures down at the piece of filthy rags on the ground, a man's shirt encrusted with dried blood and grime. Hey, hold up. This cloth has a lot of negative energy coming off of it. I think that there's a spirit bound to it. Interesting. What can you tell me about this spirit? Well, it's a ghost. Either that or a spirit of man that thinks it's a ghost. It's hard to be sure. She stares at the cloth, frowning. Whatever it is, it's upset. I can feel its anger and sorrow from here, but that's all I can get from it while it's hiding like this. I would coax it out of the cloth and talk with it if you want. Maybe it'll lead to something, she shrugs. Or it could attack us and rip out our souls. There's no way to tell without trying. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it, Gobbet. I want to hear what the spirit has to say. Sure thing. Her eyes go beady, her nose crinkles. Just let me try to establish a connection. It should make like a modem sound from dial-up days. The air above the bloody rags shimmers. Slowly, something close to a man-shaped coalesces into being. A soft voice echoes out from deep inside, as if it began somewhere else. Forlorn spirit, what is this? The spirit peers at you through eyes as soft and undefined as poached eggs. Where am I? You've shed your body. You're a spirit now. Spirit. I am. It raises its hands to examine them, blank eyes sweeping over dead flesh. How? What's the last thing you remember? The last thing. The spirit searches the sky for an answer. I was pushed out of my shop, hunted through alleys. The spirit's mouth widens in horror. Bow and his men. I wouldn't pay them, wouldn't accept their protection. Proud, I was too proud. A cold light flares from somewhere deep in its throat. They tore me apart, butchered me like a duck. It searches the sky, the ground, tearing at the memories inside itself. As it relives its own death, a network of deep cuts opens in its waxy skin, spattering black ichor on the ground. The cold light within it grows brighter. It pulses up the thing's throat and into its mouth, forcing its jaw to unhinge like a snake's. A burning radiance pours out of the spirit's mouth like vomit, splattering to the ground in an ectoplasmic flood of anger and despair. Maybe you can help us. Help? It looks confused, lost. I can? You can get us past Ballad's Guard and into the walled city, so we can find him. The spirit's eyes roll into its head and it shudders, struggles to let its passion dissipate. I had a friend. It squeezes its eyes shut as it struggles to remember. A smuggler of animals. He had a space, hidden, secret. Yes, Spirit, tell me about the secret space. An entrance in the sub-levels. The Spirit clasps its head in its hands. A chute, a door, red paint, and numbers. 5465, 5465. Thank you, Spirit. 5465. Okay, got it. The entity squeezes his eyes shut and turns away. 5465. Okay, I'm writing that in my chat. 5465. It's pretty easy on the 10 key, but I'm just gonna do it. Where's that game? Okay, here it is. Alright, we gotta go into the sub-level. We've only found one thing to repair, and I feel like we're, like, pretty well explored around here. I do want to go this way, so I guess I'm gonna have to talk to this goon. It's fine. We're coming from, you know, Ms. Lady, Auntie, forgot her name. Fuck. Well-muscled and heavily tattooed triad member looks up from his PDA board bed alert. Behind him, other Yellow Lotus soldiers take notice and turn to leer at you. Yellow Lotus Captain, you're in the wrong neighborhood, tourist girl. You and all your little tourist friends. I'm a local jackass. I work for, Kinley Chang. We all do. Show some respect. Triad soldier sneer at her. That's so? Then you already know that you shouldn't be here. That fossil doesn't run things around here anymore. His hand strays to his jacket, and a conspicuous bulge in the fabric. Could be a gun, a knife, or a blackjack. Best get moving, little girl. Best move before we hurt you real bad. I'm not going to tell you twice. We're here to relax. We're just here to check out the local merchants. The merchants belong to Bao now. He waves you off. Get lost. So can I just walk past them and look at the merchants? I can. Okay, so his people are pretty well done with, like, done with reporting to Auntie Kinley, Auntie Ching. You come upon a heavily muscled triad soldier screaming at a bearded old man holding a bleeding nose. The punk wags a cheap, disposable cred stick in the old man's face. This? The bright plastic case would look cheerful if it weren't smeared with blood. This isn't enough. You've got two options, old man. You can find a way to pay me all the money, or you can drag your bony ass deeper into the wall, find a spot for yourself there, with the pimps and the predators. They could find a nice use for you, your choice. The old man wails. It's not fair. I can't just pack up and leave. I've been living here 22 years, and Is this how it's going to be? He rolls his burly shoulders. Fine by me. Okay, he's dead. Wow. Let's take a look at this guy's body. He's out cold. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, he's just out cold. It's not elder abuse. Well, I mean, it is, but... These tires have been set aflame and have been burning for some time. The smell is awful. That's probably useful for something. How do we get over here? Oh, I missed this whole thing? Okay. Go back around. Oh, right. I noticed that there was this past her earlier. I didn't realize you... Oh, you can't go. Okay, well that's dumb. Thanks for wasting my time, game. Wish there were a fast forward button. What's this? Oh, center on my team. Okay, let's go over here. Bucket of sand. I got a bucket of sand, don't you know? To the lower levels, that's cool. Let's put out the fire, maybe. Although I'd like to have a reason. Well, let's see if the sand does it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's do it anyway, though. Did that improve the feng shui? It did. Okay, good. We've only found 2 out of 3. Let's hope the other one's on the lower level, because I've exhausted everything I can find over here on the upper deck. Okay, there's like people and stuff. Things and people and stuff. What was that number? 5465. Glad I put it in chat. That's probably the panel. The fact that I've got a hand on it. So let's inspect everything else. Oh, maybe that one is. Oh, he said a red door? Maggots churn within stews of unidentifiable ingredients. Wonderful. Just lovely. Gunrunner, hello. Tubby man with tri-spoken nose glances up at you from a pile of gun parts. He offers you a gap-toothed smile. Nice firearms here, good for protection. You got a husband or wife? You got kids? You keep them safe with one of these beauties. Quality is guaranteed. Your satisfaction is everything. You want to buy? Ever heard anyone say prosperity is in the walled city? He snorts his reply. If you're an organ legger, or gunrunner, or a triad, there sure as shit is. Otherwise, you're looking at a hand-to-mouth, meal-to-meal existence here. Show me what you got. Just the weapons, and let's go. Oh, a grenade launcher. Range combat, a classic tube-filled fired grenade launcher. 14 damage, long range. 1 capacity, 3 AoE. Now as fallback or weapons go, it's more like a secondary option. And it sounds fucking sweet. But I just don't have any money. Okay, gotta run. Oh, you know what? How much? 3 karma. Let's go here. Mission items. List of repairs. Most items crossed off. There are some left scrawled on the uneasy hand. Sparking wires. Got it. Broken water shutoff valve. Lower level. Okay. Burning tires. So it is lower level. Broken water shutoff valve. Door panel. We're looking for a broken water shutoff valve. Brilliant. I remembered that there are quest items and you can look at them. This kind of looks like a maybe one of these water shutoff valves. Alright, let's go in here. Yellow Lotus. Enforcer. I don't need to talk to him. I already know he's a dickhead. Oh, here it is. This has got to be it. Broken water. Shutoff valve. Strength 3. The old rusted water valve might be able to close off the flow of water that's pouring out of the broken pipe. Wrench on the shutoff controls. The flow of water ceases. Less clean water will run off into the streets now. I got 1 karma for doing all 3 of those. It's kind of stingy on the karma, it feels like. Do I have to go talk to that chick again? Let's go. And then we'll try the 2 doors. I think it's the far one. They both look red to me is the problem. Was she over here? Well, further down here. The young woman startles at your approach. Fumbling for something in her pocket, when she recognizes you, she relaxes. Is it done? It's done. Thank you so much. The young woman sighs with relief. She opens the flap of her satchel, reaches inside, and produces a plastic sheath. I'm not magically active, so I can't see the flow of chi in the area. But I've got test strips, little sheets of paper embedded with chi-sensitive bacteria. It's a close relative of FAB, but it doesn't see much used outside of Hong Kong. She pulls the strip out of the sheath and holds it to the air. Within seconds, it turns ink black. She lets out a dejected sigh, her eyes shifting from the strip to her watch, to the strip again. She looks up, utterly defeated. Damn it. I've been making adjustments for weeks now, trying to get the chi to circulate better, and nothing seems to work. If anything, this one went bad even faster than the control strips I took when I got here. Any idea why? No, it should work. I followed the text, done everything right. The chi here is rancid, that's obvious. But I swear, it's even worse than it should be. No wonder this place is so disgusting. I get what you mean. The student coughs and rests her head in her hands. That said, I'm getting out of here in a little while. Gotta tell my advisor about this. Thanks for the help. Hope you don't stay long. I sure as hell won't. I didn't get any more karma, but I did finish that quest, so that's okay. I really wanted karma. I only got one for that whole thing. I mean, it was like a glorified FedEx, but I wanted more. I'm not getting... Oh, I didn't talk to this idiot. I don't want any trouble, boss, he exhales sharply. Please, just leave me be. Sorry for your troubles, I'll leave you alone. Was that the guy that got kicked in the head? So I kicked him in the head until he was dead. Which one do I try? Let's try this one first, because it's the first one. I don't think it's this one, though. The geometry doesn't seem right. Door is secured by a lock with badly dented keypad. The keys themselves are deeply scored, as though somebody has gone to work on them with a penknife. Enter a code. Is it 5465? 5465. Oh, let's cancel. So it is the other one. Door has been secured by a series of heavy bars with old motors to retract them. A stained and soiled keypad has been set into the door frame. Enter a code. 5465. I got 4. I got 1 karma. I thought it said 4. We are up to a total of 5. We can raise our quickness. Okay. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, we can spend it in combat, but not in conversation. Hellhounds, not just dogs, hellhounds. Okay, your job is to buff me. Although I could have just got a spirit. One bullet, single target only? Oh my god. Well, I can shoot 3 times. Oh, he's got a great angle. You could probably finish it off. Oh. On fire, minus 4 HP per round. That ain't good. You. Make a thing. Thing. Hit the hound. Hit it again. Oh, hit it again. Oh god, hit it again. Well, that was nice. Nice of them. I received $67. We'll get into the Lotus Den. Saved. Let's go. Oh, I just remembered something I didn't like about the first game. Why did the F8 key change your resolution? That was so ridiculous. I obviously want to go that way, which obviously means we should maybe to the rooftops. Open the door. We're trying to be sneaky here, aren't we? Well, let's pick this up, whatever it is. $58. Should we go to the rooftops? I don't think that's a good idea. I think that's the front entrance guarded by those thugs. I think you need the Decker probably for this. We'll see. The door has been sealed with a factory fresh maglock. A high sack keypad has been set on the frame. I don't have a key code. Boo 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 boo. Oh, let's go back, go back, go back. Strangler Bow's code. Let's look at it. 6378. Was it really that easy? I'm not gonna get too greedy and try to see what's over here because I'm afraid it might lead to a fight that we have to kill people and we don't want to kill. Was it 6378, I believe? Yes. Dot dot dot. Hello, Strangler Bow. He looks kind of badass, not gonna lie. A large man in his 50s stands waiting, his heavily tattooed arms held in a fighter stance. His bone structure is heavy. Corded muscles stand out on his arms and chest. In his youth, he must have been enormous. He doesn't talk so much as emit a low rumble. I don't know how you got in here, but you've got my attention. Good, I have a message from Kindly Ching. A message from Ching? I can't wait to hear you mangle it. He chuckles to himself. You speak Cantonese so well. But before I hear it, I have a little message for her too. You tell Kinley Chang that her operations are done in Walled City. Strangler Bao has given himself a promotion. And tell her that if she sends any more errand girls to visit him with another message, Strangler Bao is going to send them back in a box. You think you can tell her that, errand girl? Should I write it down for you in English? Hold out the data stick. Just slot the stick, listen to the message, and I'll be gone, okay? I don't get to hear you butcher the message. I'm sad. He grabs a small plastic drive from your hand, slots it into his trid player. Kinley Ching stands erect, speaking directly to the camera. Mr. Bao, as everyone knows, you're a man of swift action. I respect that, and because of that respect, I will get right to the point. I know where your money is coming from. I know that you have friends working for Straw Sandals like myself. They have been siphoning funds from their organizations. I know about the noodle shop that you launder the money through. I have tasted their broth and found it wanting. The old woman becomes flinty hard. You have been stealing from the Yellow Lotus, glorifying yourself with revenue that we have earned, and I have files to prove it. Bell's eyes widen as files begin to flit across the screens. Receipts, bank reports, personnel communications between himself and his men. Kinley Chang continues speaking, smooth and casual. Now, in light of our recent conflict, You might be wondering why I'm keeping this information to myself. Why I haven't exposed you so you could be dragged from your lotus den by the balls and slowly roasted on a rotisserie spit. In truth, I respect your ambition. You have a lot to learn about candor and loyalty, but I believe that you still have value. I'm still willing to work with you. However, in order for that to happen, we need to come to an understanding about the nature of our partnership. Kinley Chang steps forward, fills the screen. I own you, Bao. You and all your men. You are my fucking playthings, dolls to twist and pose as I see fit. I'm in this position because I'm far better at this than you, and it's time that you learned it. Accept what I am telling you, and we can get back to business, prosper together. But if you continue your little rebellion, I will mail tiny pieces of you to your children and take their picture as they open the package. She produces one of her thin black cigars, lights it, holds the smoke a long time. You have 24 hours to return to the fold. If you aren't here licking my heels by then, the information will be released and you will become food for fish. Your choice, Bao. 24 hours. The message winks out. Strangler Bao turns away from the screen slowly. His skin is ashen. Get out. He pauses, casts his eye to the floor, and tell Mrs. Chang to expect me at Swift Winds tomorrow. He stands up straight. Tomorrow morning. I will. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bao. Go. Just go. Okay, I feel like we succeeded in our mission quite wonderfully. Now I want to get greedy and look over here and see if there's anything else I could steal. Oh, that's not a person, that's just a thing. StimSense machine has been left unlocked for restocking. There's a packaged data chip still in the tray. Steal the chip. Mission item added. Oh, it's just a mission item? Stolen from a vending machine in the lotus stand. Someone might pay to take it off your hands. Okay, good. It is. You go to a fence for that. Hopefully it's worth $2,000, just like everything else in the first game. And we'll go to the rooftop, see what's there. Those guards are still out there, Pale Moon. The same guards that Kinley didn't want us killing. We should probably go out the way we came in. Oh, boo. Ho. I want to let them know what shitty guards they were. Okay. Should we talk to the guy that was bullying random people? Did I get karma? No, I did not. I probably have to report back to get karma. Oh. What's that go to? That's the door I couldn't get through before. Okay, I want to talk to this guy. Don't kick old people in the head, man. Not cool. The Yellow Lotus Enforcer glares at you. You can see the outline of the old man's cred stick in his vest pocket. He flexes and his muscles bulge. What do you want? Step away, asshole, right now. Thought I'd relieve you of the burden of currency. Cred stick, please. I don't have any of the stats I need for this to happen. F9? Let's just load. I don't want to fight him because I promised not to kill any of the Yellow Lotus guys. Power word, reload. Let's see what's up with this. Where's it go? Seems like it ends the mission. Return to Haoi. Was this the door? No, that's not the door that was open before. It's a subway. Okay. Wu holds up his hand for everyone to stop, turns the two of you and hooks his thumbs in his belt. Well, that was a thing. Never thought I'd be shutting messages between criminals in the Hong Kong syndicate. I can't imagine what Raymond would have wanted in a walled city. This place just feels wrong. No kidding, there's something off about it. Place makes you feel like your life has no value. Like there's just no point to anything. He sighs and looks at your companion. Great life you have here, runner. Gobbet ignores the barb, scratches her head. I can't believe it. We actually delivered the old lady's message without anyone dying. I've had enough of triads. Let's get out of this pit. I'm with you, Gunshow. They're calling him Gunshow? I don't need to see this place ever again. Duncan, Gunshow? Seriously? Lose goggles, pan down. Come to rest on Gobbet. That's gonna stick, is it? Return to Het Oi. Tip, you can select dialogue options during conversation using the 1 to 9 keys. Imagine having 9 options for dialogue. Oh, we got 6 karma. I don't know if I can spend it yet. Let's see. I can go. Let's see. My body's at 6. I can put quickness to 6. Or range combat to 5. I really want like body to 7. No. Rifle's got to go up. Range combat's got to go up. I think we go 5 for range combat. Okay, which one's this? So 3 for an additional essence. That's 6 karma. So I could go up an essence like right now. I don't know how necessary that is since I can't afford anything. Range combat. Why do these have dots filled in and these... I don't understand what's going on with that. I think I want to save up for quickness 6. Deadeye is cool. We could try to get to Deadeye. Wait, is this independent of range combat now? It's no longer treed, or is it treed? I would think there'd be a blue line here if I couldn't go up. So my rifle skill can go above my range combat skill? Let's do it. Let's see. I'm just curious, so let's find out. It doesn't really matter which order I get these skills in, does it? I'm becoming more deadly, or I'm becoming more difficult to kill. Okay, I gotta get closer to the screen. Kinley Chang watches you closely as you walk across the mahjong parlor. As you approach, her lieutenant leans in, brings her mouth close to the triad boss's ear. Chang smiles and nods, her eyes never leaving you. There's a twinkle in the straw sandal's eye. I've heard from Bao. He got my message very clearly, and I understand there were no casualties created during your little delivery run. I am pleased and surprised. You gave simple instructions. We've taken an idiot to mess it up. A wry grin. You'd be surprised how many idiots I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I bet. I got $750, that's it. My message was delivered and Strangler Bao is back in the fold, earning for me. As far as I'm concerned, our transaction is complete. While you were gone, I set the wheels in motion to wipe your identities. She pulls out her PDA, stabs a button with a lacquered fingernail. The order has been sent. Congratulations, you are now sinless shadow people. Wu exhales heavily. His eyes remain focused straight ahead, but his shoulders sag. Well, I guess that's done. Yeah, I guess so, but I'm not. Wu pulls himself up to his full height. Whoever gave the kill order on Carter also forced us to give up our identities and took Raymond. Wu sets his jaw firm. That's all I can think about. Finding who did this. Finding Ray. Kinley Ching holds up a hand. While I was working to get your sins burned, I also had my network look into Raymond Black's disappearance. She rests her PDA on the mahjong table facing you. The triad boss's tongue slips from her mouth as she looks over the top, hunting for the right button on its upside-down interface. She finds it and looks up at you again. I have news to share with you, my darlings, the kind you won't like. Raymond Black is dead. She taps the button and a recorded newscast appears on the screen. Raymond's photograph appears on the screen behind a reporter standing on the docks in Victoria Harbor. It's a picture you've seen before. A professional portrait taken for a press release about a youth center he was opening in the Redmond Barrens. Under Raymond's photos are the words, Seattle man killed. Another shooting involving the police department. A Seattle community organizer and industrial engineer was apparently shot and killed while resisting arrest at Victoria Harbor last night. HKPF police report that the UCAS man, Raymond Black, was behaving erratically and would not respond to police orders to surrender. No additional information regarding Black or why he was traveling to Hong Kong are available. Police have stated that due to the shooting's proximity to last night's shootout with the White Star, the investigation must remain confidential and no other details are being revealed at this time. Kinley Ching taps the button again and the video closes. Wu puts his hand on it to his face. This just keeps getting worse. You're right, Auntie. That was news I did not like. Raymond's dead. Wu puts his hand over his mouth, trying to process the information. He sways, and for a moment, it looks as if he's going to pass out. Isabel reaches out to touch Wu, thinks better of it, and pulls her hand back her hand. Okay. Sorry for your loss. I never had a father, so I don't know what it's like to lose one, but sorry. Son of a bitch, Raymond. Raymond dies the same night we're ambushed? That's no coincidence. No fucking way. Kinley taps the video closed. She hunts around the keypad and selects another button. I'm afraid that's not all, my darlings. This is security footage from Victoria Harbor from last night. You'll find it contains a contradiction. The PDA shows silent, grainy video footage of Raymond sitting in a tea shop flanked by two guards. He's looking down at something in his hand, completely distracted. The footage continues and the camera displays several black-clad figures entering its field of view from different angles, guns ready. A tall, sharply dressed man in a suit walks briskly towards Raymond, flanked by two more. Raymond stands to face him, and the camera gets a clear view of the suit's face, white plastic. His guards turn to draw weapons, and muzzle flashes erupt from all sides. One of Raymond's guards goes down, and his submachine gun fires wildly, hitting the camera. Wu puts his hand on the table and leans in. Those weren't cops, and Raymond wasn't resisting arrest. What's with that guy's face? Gobbett reaches up to stroke the rat perched on her shoulder. Is that a mask? It doesn't look like a mask. It looks like some sort of semi-rigid plastic implant. Real craftsmanship. She pushes out her lower lip in appreciation. Quite the fashion accessory. It's also the kind of fashion accessory that stands out in the crowd. This guy's either a fool or an arrogant son of a bitch. He sets his jaw firm. Either way, I'm gonna find him. Kinley Chang watches Wu intently. I believe you. Wu stands back and turns to you. What now? I think we stay in the shadows. We don't, we're dead too. Cheng's eyes sparkle. True, but how? I'm afraid there are some facts you are going to have to face. She puts on a grey face. You're alone in this country, no network, no money, no identity. I can protect you from the police, but how would you survive in the shadows? Kinley wipes her hand across the stack of tiles, spreading the ivory-colored pieces across the table. You've had a very long night, my sweets. Very long. And frankly, you all look like shit. Rest now. I promise you safety in my town for the night. We'll talk about the plastic-faced man tomorrow. Kinley gestures to Gobbet and Isobel. Ladies, go find your new friends a place to bed down in that rat's nest squat boat you call home. We'll all talk after you've slept, figure out our next steps together. Yes, Auntie. Yes, Auntie. Thank you for your help, Auntie. Of course, my sweet. Kinley Chang smiles and her black button eyes flash cold. What are friends for? Creeperoonie. Oh, that's cool. They walk out on their own. You know, sometimes it's the little things. Oh, I don't know where their little rat's nest of a reliable Matthew. No thanks. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's the bolt hole. You two can bunk here for a while. She nods her with her nose toward a hatch. You've each got a head to take care of your necessaries. Try to knock before you enter someone else's, okay? Seriously. I know the drill. We're Wutunsu. Stinks of fish. Just like that place we squatted at on Leary Avenue back when we were kids. The one with that Aztlan family and their dog. You hated that dog. He kept digging out my food stash, no matter where I hid it. He'd find it and scarf down a week's worth of grub. He wipes his nose with a gloved hand. Still, it was sad what happened to him and the family. No one should go out that way. Damn, poor people in the Shadowrun world are just like, what a miserable life. He stretches and his spine pops like a handful of firecrackers. I think I've been up for something like 36 hours straight. He drops his arms. And this has been one shit stain of a day. Time to end it. The orc turns to you, raises an eyebrow. Anything you need before I leave you to it? I'm gonna grab some sack time too. Good. You look like you could use it. We'll go see Kinley in the morning. Figure out our next move. Okay, I'm gonna save and quit. I got an hour before I need to go to bed, and I'm already tired, so I'm gonna chill out and watch some YouTube of my own. Yeah, so if you watched this stream for 2 hours and 40 minutes, thank you very much.